This has been my second trip to Germany in a month. I was here at the beginning of September, middle of September, and I toured six cities at the invitation of the State Department, U.S. State Department, and spoke about immigrant integration post 9/11, what's happening in the U.S. with immigrants, and particularly the emphasis was on the Arab and Muslim communities, because that's the communities that we work with, and that were most impacted by 9/11 and the backlash of 9/11 against these new immigrants, or not new immigrants, but as a matter of fact, Arab immigrants have been coming to the United States for over 100 years. And in fact, they had integrated very, very well. Most of the first immigration waves were from Syria and Lebanon, and they were mostly Christian. And they really integrated so well to the point where they actually assimilated. Some changed their names, some didn't even talk about being of Arab background. It's all coming out now because just before 9/11, in fact, the Arab immigrant community was coming together with more of a ethnic identity. They became Arab American. And they were really doing very well. They were being recognized for the contributions that they made to the United States. They were doing very well as a group. And they finally were able to identify themselves without being afraid or embarrassed, or because of all what's going on in the Middle East. But actually, that all changed after 9/11. But I think that it was, at that point, it was a situation where there had been a lot of new immigrants coming in, new immigrant waves from the Middle East, and this time they were more Muslim. And they were coming from Yemen, from Egypt, from Palestine, from different Arab countries, and basically the ones that had been coming in that were well educated, that were professionals, who spoke English, did really well. They really succeeded. But the other community, the other group of Arabs who were not as well educated, who didn't speak English, who were coming from villages, who came for the American dream, thinking that, here finally we're going to have opportunities for our children, for our families to succeed, found it extremely difficult. And as a matter of fact, it was a struggle for them to integrate or to be accepted. And they really became marginalized and an underclass in many ways. So that was sort of, again, pre-9/11, when I personally realized that there was a community that had not been served at all, that there was a large Arab community coming from different Arab countries, had no social services whatsoever, no one really to help them integrate, nobody really understood what the issues were, or that there was a need. Because basically in America, you come in and you're left on your own, and you either make it or you don't. But that's the American system, is that you work hard and you'll succeed. But in fact, many of these immigrants were not really succeeding. They were not doing well at all. And there were a lot of issues, a lot of family issues, a lot of acculturation issues that nobody was addressing. And I decided that it was time to do something about it.